Saturday morning, everybody. If you will, grab a Bible if you're able, and turn with me to the 17th chapter of Proverbs, and we'll be starting in the 7th verse today. And Solomon is speaking here about injustice, and very appropriate topic for our world today. Pretty much anywhere you look is wickedness and injustice and corruption. And as believers, we are challenged and encouraged to always stand against immorality, injustice in our society. So, beginning in verse 7, he says, "Excellent speech becometh not a fool, much less do lying lips a prince." He says what he's saying is that a leader who lies is as bad or worse than a foolish man. And again, there's two things mentioned here, and both of them are sometimes extremely troublesome, and that is a foolish man who is a good speaker. Unfortunately, we've seen that some in politics. You have a man or woman in politics who can give a really smooth speech. As we say, they could sell snow to an Eskimo, but they're dumb as a box of rocks. They're crooked as a black snake. And so here he's saying that, and when he calls him a fool here, he's talking about somebody that rejects God. He said it's dangerous to have somebody who is rejecting God in their life. And again, when we think of fool, I think we have a certain image, but this man could be very educated, very intelligent, and we see that today. There are people with lots of degrees and some inventors, those kind of things. Yet they're dangerous. They're foolish in the things that they say. The second thing that he says that is dangerous is someone who is a prince who has lying lips. And again, talking about a leader that is not trustworthy. He says that's a dangerous thing. A gift is as a precious stone in the eyes of him that hath it. Whithersoever it turneth, it prospereth. And what he's talking about when he says a gift, I know we're getting close to Christmas. He's not talking about that kind of gift. He's talking about a bribe. He says that there's there are those that that will bribe people, and people use bribes in a lot of ways. But he says it's important. What we have to understand is this proverb, when you read it, almost seems like it is condoning bribery. What it's doing is actually warning. The Bible is very clear in numerous places about the sin of using and taking bribes. What it's doing here, what this proverb, what Solomon was doing, was warning us that bribery is something that does work. It seems like it's almost, there's probably very few news cycles that come through that we don't read of a politician or somebody somewhere who has been caught accepting bribes for some type of favor. And so Solomon is warning us that that's out there, and to be careful of that. And then he that covereth a transgression seeketh love, but he that repeateth a matter separateth friends. What an interesting way to really end this section of Proverbs. as he reminds us of the importance of forgiveness, of forgiving those who have sinned against us, being willing to forgive. And there's a lot of question what that last section of the he that repeateth. Many people think that talks about gossiping and talking about a person's sin. But as we look at this series of Proverbs, I think one of the things that it's talking about here, if you look at it, it's really a lot about different kinds of relationships. How we interact with others. And I hate to put words in Solomon's mouth, but as I read it and I take something away from it, what it's saying to me is whether you're the prince or a fool or wherever you are, that you guard your relationships, that you live, you forgive, that you don't spread rumors, you don't tell lies, whether you, again, no matter where you find yourself. And I may be, somebody else may read this and get a totally different feeling, and that's cool. It's just how it struck me this morning. It's just reminding me to be careful. There's people out there who practice bribery. That because someone's a smooth talker doesn't mean they're not foolish. And to guard and to protect our relationships so that they honor God as well. You think about it. If you read that and you got a different idea, I'd love to hear from you. Put it in the comments and tell me what you think. And you have a good day, and we will see you here first thing Monday morning.